What's good, man? It's OG Drip, man. New to the channel, go ahead and press the subscribe button. Also hit the bell. Also smash the thumbs up as well. This is a channel where we talk about the spiritual truth and how to utilize energy on a day-to-day basis. And y'all already can see by the title, it's finna get deep, man. So I need y'all to pay close attention because, like I said, this need to be one of the videos that we share because it's only gonna take certain people to be able to activate certain people. And y'all already know that's because of influenced by energies and stuff like that. So like some people may rock with my vibe, some people may not, so forth. But share the video, you know what I mean? Let everybody open up their knowledge and let everybody try to get into what's actually going on. Because the main thing is, if we spread a seed, it'll probably get growing with some of these people. You know what I mean? Open-minded, especially if you come to my channel and you new. Be open-minded. So today, what I'm trying to say, man, is we have to realize that the reason why we're here, our whole sole purpose, you know what I'm saying? You here because you chose to come here, first of all. You know what I mean? This straight up. And the reason why we're still here is because we're not done experiencing. We're not done learning and gaining the wisdom and the knowledge of how to proceed through realms of dimensions, or how to expand to the ninth dimension. And the reason why is because, and I'm just saying from the mind concept, man. So nobody get lost by that because there's only 9 dimensions of the mind, bro. Any other number is just a number repeating itself and so forth. I'm not going to get too deep in that. But just saying, okay, this is the perfect breakdown. If you think about it, like I was saying, each and every country and everything got their own God. So if you look at how they divide it, they have basically this the 2 things. You have a good guy and you have a bad guy in the movie. That's just like how they try to do with like the energies, which is they try to make physical beings there. So they turn them exo, which is Jesus and Lucifer, or Jesus and devil, however you want to say it. When these 2 things is at play, you have to know that these is energies. So anytime someone tell you to come over here and learn about this energy, you could get lost in that. Anytime somebody tell you to come over here and learn from this energy, you get lost in that. Allow me to explain. Because if you are sitting there, say if you're a Christian and you're trying to live your life, you're gonna be worried about the path of good necessarily, not to make no mistakes. But really, that's what you're here for. You're here to learn. You're here to actually make mistakes. The things that you're gonna do, the routes that you're gonna take, you're gonna learn that from going through something. Ain't like you gonna get out here and be the best fighter in the world and never got in a fight. Like, it takes experience, you know what I mean? Like, and beat everybody in the world. No, nowhere in the world. You know what I mean? It takes experience. You may get a lucky one, but that ain't got nothing to do with so forth of how everything gonna go. And even from that, you will still learn. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about making fear. And it's all about the control. So if you feel like you had to do everything for this certain being for you not to be looked down upon, which you should know that you're already above. You know what I'm saying? Look at yourself as above, not downwards. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about that, you already casting yourself in hell. Because as a spirit, you have a mind that's freely thinking. And that thinking process is like really helping you to try to utilize energy, whether you feel like it's right for you or wrong for you. It will teach you lessons in life. Allow me to explain even deeper, bro. So think about it like me. Boom, I'm from the hood. So when we talk about energy, I know what dark is. I done been in the dark. I'm still out here. You feel me? So I know who not to trust and furthest moving. I know who not to go around. I know if I see a person doing something, you know what I'm saying, like kind of mysterious, I know how to get around, or I know how to handle the situation. Depends on what's going on. Now, you may take somebody that never been in the hood before and put them in that situation where something crazy about to go off. You know what I'm saying? Where 2 dudes look like they beefing, they staring each other down, and they both got fired, but you in the middle of it. You know what I mean? Just put it like this, and this is just real sense for you. You know, you don't necessarily know what's going on, so you could be hit, and that's on a physical note. You know what I'm saying? So on a spiritual note is when you always looking at the light, you always trying to find something right about something. So you always justifying why something is right or why you shouldn't do this and what's correct and what's wrong. But when really, like I said, it's nothing really right or wrong. It's all about experiencing and all about learning from it. So when people doing that, they actually making themselves a miserable spirit. Can't even live your life. You can't even open up your 12 houses because 9 times out of 10, your pastor probably told you you shouldn't be having sex before marriage and all this and that there. So now not before marriage. Marriage is your seventh house. They just took that way of living from you. Your eighth house is sex and transformation. They just took that from you. So now they just took literally 60 degrees of your life away from a 360. Just that simple. And that's just that one line. So now when you even think about the Luciferians and shit, you think about how they is, you know, it's like in that way they fear Lucifer, as in saying they feel like one day it's gonna come back and, you know, bringing them justice, bringing them up and stuff like that. And some of them, however they feel, bro, I don't really get too deep into that because it's still a level of lostness, and it is lost. So when you think about those two, it'll have you competing. I be hearing the Christians battling with the Satanists battling with the Christians, when they all really trying to explain basically the same thing, and the same thing is being energy. You know what I'm saying? And an output of it. But when you start making it a physical being, now you both is lost. So that is the way they lose you. That's why they got all the books right there. It's like you choose your poison, you choose your weapon to die from. You know what I mean? That's just straight up. So when we start thinking about this, it knocks away from you trying to not think individual, because now you have been clouded around mist, and like everyone you try to turn to is like mist. And that's what I like about spirituality, because like I said, that first house is who you are. So bump what they thinking about. Bump what's going on with them, because you have to realize in this world is going to be a lot of sheep. So you have to realize to be able to see that. So not only being you able to see the light, you'll be able to see the dark as well. So you'll know what people is toxic. You know what I'm saying? What people is too passionate towards things and overlooking the actual bad that's going on. You know what I mean? The same thing, bro. So like I was saying about me, is I'm able to know what good is due to me seeing so much bad. That's basically what I'm saying. Like, real talk. Like, if someone was to treat me good, I would know how to appreciate that more than a person that got treated good their whole life. And that's just straight what it is, because it'll be at heart with it. You know what I mean? Like, for real. And think about it, the dark and the heart and stuff like that, just the world of feelings behind it. So just think about that, the dark, and think about your feelings. So it's like, boom. It's like you gotta uphold yourself and utilize both energies. Utilize the Jesus that they talking about. Utilize the Lucifer that they talking about. So boom, now you have the equal duality. So now you can get to creating and get to actually living how you're supposed to live. So you'll understand in certain terms and situations, you have to do what you have to do. That's like me. That's what I'm saying. I understand that term good. I was raised off that term. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And it don't matter about what nobody else think about you, because they're going to judge you anyway. You know what I mean? That's real talk. So stop living for other people. Don't be embarrassed about your spirituality. Don't go through none of that there, because, bro, it's all forms of fear. If you embarrassed about being spiritual, like say if you walking around with a wand, you walking around with your beads, you walking around with your stones, and you walking around chanting, you walking around with your own meditations, your own rituals, whatever you creating, because you create your own rituals, bro. We the creators. We could create all that stuff. So when you actually doing this stuff, no, don't be embarrassed by it, bro. Don't let nobody like look at you and then you feel a certain way about yourself now that how they looking at you. They clowning or whatever they got to do. Because they clown ass going to be back here again. And that ain't the thing you trying to deal with. You know what I mean? You trying to get sin. So you can't let those people try to pull you down, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. And like I like to tell people, bro, when you look at the chess hand game I had up, right? One time on one of my videos, basically, I know everybody says it's like the light hand, the Jesus hand, and Lucifer hand playing. I like to say it like, what if there's just like a left hand and a right hand? You know what I mean? Like, for real. And you basically just knowing how to move. So it's basically like you have to use the duality, but you have to know how to stick and move at it at the same time. So you got to know how to use your bad in a good situation. Because what if everybody good, right? And it's a bank robber in an area, right? And he's causing chaos by, like, you know, trying to do anything, like grabbing somebody, sticking them up. But everybody in there good, so they don't really believe in hurting no one. They don't believe in really hurting no spirit. They just trying to talk them down, trying to give them apologetics, trying to make them feel bad, probably for what he did in the past or what life he didn't have, so he don't have to do this. You know what I mean? This real talk. But deep down, like, really what's going on is somebody got to have the darkness in them. Somebody got to have the guts or whatever, especially if this guy, I'm saying, like, he's real chaotic. Like, he's literally, you know he's finna do something crazy. So somebody will have to have the guts to be able to, like, hey, yo, we going to have to do what we got to do to get rid of them. That's one of those situations. And you see it get used all the time, bro. So it's like, yo, how we let these energies get used? They literally show themselves using the energies that I'm talking about on us. Like literally using all chakra on us. And we just sitting here and we be like, damn, what is going on? Why is we getting hit by this? Why we have to do this? Why we have to do that? You don't. When you really start thinking about it, bro, separate yourself from this body sometimes. Get a little little relaxation. Y'all see the tongue twist. But for real, though, and that's just real because at the end of the day, you have to, bro, because they try to strain you to make you do something crazy, to run you crazy. The key word is crazy. So these people been working with the mind for years. They study, like I tell you, study everything of a person's body till it don't make no sense. Y'all even seen the 2K games. You seen the Justin Timberlake video when he's basically hooked up to an AI thing and he's dancing and the robot dancing. And then you also seen how 2K, how they made them boys be able to move like the actual players. Listen, it's more to it than what you think. It's not no small game. This ain't nothing these people just run because they tried 100 years in training. No, bro, they got thousands because they master their craft. They even watch so hard. They even watch when you're born. Why you think we got birth certificates, birth times, and all this and that? And if you don't have that stuff, you're going to have problems from the government. They're going to be trying to figure it out, what's going on with you. Because why? They know it's bloodlines, it's ties and this stuff. So if they feel like you a bloodline elite person and you showing up and you showing the results of how you acting, you going right along with the chart that they pulled up on you. Because trust me, bro, before we even get out of the hospital, bro, I'm telling you, bro, astrology already done on you. You ain't got to worry about have your chart ever been read. Oh, no, it has been. Soon as you was born, they already marked your time of birth. They marked the date of birth. They marked the place. That's the location. So that's going to tell you all the planetary alignments they need. You know what I mean? Straight up. If you're on this side of the earth and it was dark, or this side of the earth and it was light, all that makes sense, bro. And they already got it done. Straight up. And then that's the part that give them the more power over you because they know what you thinking. They know what you want to do. So when they see that people have type of, let's say, for instance, a lot of fire, they know that people have a lot of passion and a lot of spirit behind them. So they know if they could get that person stuck with this certain spirit, they're going to ride hard about that spirit. You know what I mean? So that's another way. That's just one way how to trick just that. You know, they got all the tricks for us because they've been, like I told y'all, been studying our every move to now that they have, like, backup support with ways of keeping up with it. You know what I mean? And I don't care what area you stay in, if it's not even what I'm calling it, I bet it's some type of way and some type of form of identity to keep up with when you was born. I bet you they got that. Because at the end of the day, they need to know this. And that's how they feel. Because, you know, they do spells and stuff. And you see how they keep getting the same people that had, like, the same names back in power. Remember that. It still started out as those families. And those families is not going to end. They've been going on before we even know the ones that we know of. You know what I mean? The ones that's, you know, in their early ages. Like, man, these people come from before our grandparents was out here. So you got to notice that this come from skill and craft that actually knowing how they putting together stuff. And that's what make them, like, evil musicians. Because they use this energy to destroy us, like, on anything they can and to distract you from what's going on. Because they don't want you to know the truth. If you knew the truth, they wouldn't have no control over what you actually do. So, in order to gain control over everybody in the world, what if we just made a beam that everybody in the world have to respect? No matter how gangster they is. Gangsters go to church. No matter how much of a mafia member they is. Mafias go to certain churches, you know what I mean? It's all that stuff, bro. And if it's not a church, it's a form of practicing religion. And that's like teaching you, like you know what I'm saying, exo shit. Like, you need to go learn outside of that. You need to learn the exo outside. You need to get a overstanding. Stop taking an understanding of everything. Like I told you, when you take an understanding, now you've been looked down upon. Ain't nothing looking down on you. You live in life. You got to live it. Ain't nobody looking down on you. You looking down on you. You better live life to the fullest so you don't have no regrets, no returns. Because the more you regret, the more you're coming back because you're like, yo, I didn't get it right. I didn't get it done. So, y'all, I just want to make that quick, man. And we're going to get deep. I'm going to keep dropping these videos for y'all, man. And remember, hit that like button. Share these videos. We got to help your boy get out there, man. Especially if you got a platform. Amp that junk up, man. I know you done seen it a couple times. Like, damn, should I share this, bro? Some people ain't woke. Share it, bro. Everybody got different energy, bro. They might rock with mine. Go ahead, try it. I'm out, y'all.